So I've been on YouTube for 6 years and I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. It took me way too long to get monetized, and that was primarily because of the mistakes that I'm going to share with you in this video. And after I learned those mistakes, I was able to monetize my second YouTube channel. And so I'm confident that what I'm about to say will be very, very valuable to you guys, especially if you're really struggling and you're not sure if this is going to pay off. So I would say the biggest thing that you need to understand about YouTube is that no one cares. No one cares about you or what you have to say in the beginning, right? You have to earn that. So a big mistake I see a lot of people making is they're projecting themselves and what they want onto the audience. The problem is people don't click on videos to make the person who made the video happy. They click on videos to make themselves happy. And so your job is actually to give the audience what they want and give them something worth clicking on. And I see so many new YouTubers, they always come to me and when I have these conversations and they say, well, I want my channel to be this. I want to do this. I want this and I want that. And you know what? I agree. It's great to have a vision because obviously you're doing this for yourself, but we need to mix that in with actually doing what the audience needs. You can keep your authenticity and have the exact same message, but when it comes to packaging and creating titles and thumbnails and choosing good topics that people in your niche will actually click on, that's where you need to be very selfless and do what has been already demonstrated to work. You do not get to reinvent the wheel as a new YouTuber. You need to look at what's already working, look at the market, look at what other YouTubers in your niche are already doing for packaging, titles, topics, and thumbnails, and emulate that because it's already proven to work. Where you bring in the uniqueness and authenticity is you as a person, your delivery, your story, your experience, your personality. That's where you go hard on authenticity and uniqueness. But you got to package that in a way that the people on YouTube will actually be incentivized to click. And you want to make sure that you deliver your message and your value in a way that is actually beneficial. So putting the audience first, that's number one. But then also sustainability is really important. If you can't make the videos you want to make weekly, you're in trouble. If you can't make the videos that you want to make on a weekly basis, you're probably in trouble, especially if you have a full-time job. Maybe you're in college, you're busy, you have less than 10 hours a week to work on your YouTube channel. And I'm sorry, but if you want to be a big cinematic YouTuber, you're really only going to be able to put out a few videos a month, if that, depending on how big the project is. Like if your video requires you to drive somewhere, set up a big tripod, get the exact right lighting, and then do hours and hours of editing, what are the chances that you're actually going to be able to get that videos like that out to YouTube once a week while working your full-time job, while taking care of all of your other responsibilities? It's not likely. And you factor that in with the fact that you still have no experience writing compelling titles for compelling topics and compelling thumbnails. That video is going to go nowhere because it doesn't matter how good the editing is if no one is incentivized to click on the video. Getting, great cameras, great footage, all that stuff, that's all great. And if you have the time for that, do it. But many of you watching this video right now, you don't have time. You're busy with life. You got a job. You're trying to pay your bills. Like, this is something for you to do to get out of your job, but you still have a job. You still have to work. And you're still tired, right? Like, you get tired. Like, that's just part of being a human being, right? You can't work 16 hours a day. You can't put eight hours a day into your job, go to the gym, cook, do groceries, and then put 3 hours in on YouTube. That's very difficult. It can be done, but chances are you're going to burn out. And so you need a video system that is sustainable. So I found a method that was incredibly easy for me, and it's basically a desk-based commentary method where you authority hack, you use people who are already established and popular in your niche, and you quote react to or give commentary on what they have to say about your niche, and then apply it to how it's helped you in your life. And that's where your personality and your authenticity comes out. But you can authority hack by having titles and topics and famous people or famous ideas in your thumbnails and in your titles. Something that people already know. Something that people are already excited about. Because again, as I said in the beginning of this video, nobody cares about you. Nobody knows you yet. But what you can do is you can find topics or things or themes or persons that people do care about and are excited about and are interested in learning more about and having commentary, done on those topics. That's why podcasts exist. And so this reaction / commentary format is incredibly versatile and extremely easy to be sustainable and consistent at, because literally my setup literally takes me 30 seconds to set up. All of my lighting is fixed in place at my desk. I don't have to set anything up every time I want to record a video. My webcam is mounted, my camera is mounted behind my desk. I don't have to set it up. My YouTube setup literally takes me 30 seconds to get the lighting right and turn on the software. And as long as I've planned everything out accordingly, properly, it's not hard to get these videos out. In fact, with the system that I use, it's primarily topics. Selecting good topics, good titles, and good thumbnails that incentivize people to click. And then just being my honest, real, authentic self and tying the topic in the thumbnail, fulfilling the promise, making sure that I actually talk about the topic and make sure that people are actually getting what they came for, and then going above and beyond that and giving them even more in terms of insights from my personal story and my life. And that is what actually makes you unique. And if you want help figuring out what topics you should be talking about, the link in the description will help you out with that. I just released a new module in my course, and it's going to be all about that, and I think it'll be really, really helpful for you guys. Also, as bonuses, I'm actually going to be giving you guys video outline templates, niche templates, and avatar templates to help you really drill down on the clarity so that you can actually reach the audience that you're looking for. So don't wait, because this pre-sale won't last forever. I will be doubling the price soon, so check that out. I would say the main thing above all is stubbornness. Like, how badly do you want this? I made so many mistakes and I quit so many times, which is a really bad idea, because if you don't do anything, nothing happens. You have to keep posting. You have to keep trying. And I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating, but that's part of the game. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and be judged by other people. And that's okay, because if they're not paying you money, their judgment doesn't really mean anything. And that's kind of the mentality that you have to have. Because people will be mean. People will leave mean comments. You need to understand that that's a reflection of them, not you, right? And so stubbornness and resolve is the biggest thing that has kept me going. Because if I had quit 5 years ago, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have made, my first income. But I know it can still be really, really confusing and difficult as to how to make your videos and how to pick your titles and how to set up your studio and things like that. So I made this video right here for you guys. It's a 4-hour course on how to get. I know it can still be very, very frustrating to not have a plan and not know how to do these things. Maybe you still don't know how to edit, and you're still worried about your camera confidence, and you still don't know how to pick the right titles, and you kind of got to just push through that. And to help you push through, I made this 4-hour video for you guys so that you can get through the initial barrier of being a beginner and actually getting your videos out. So check out this video right here. and it'll tell you everything you need to know to get started. Cheers.